This video is going to show how to create a delivery truck transfer. And what we mean by delivery truck transfer is when we are creating a transfer from a branch store to bring merchandise to the warehouse to be delivered on a truck from the warehouse. There are several reasons for that. One could be that there is no inventory left at the warehouse and we need to pull it from somewhere else, or a floor sample was sold, or for whatever reason the customer insisted on the one that was at the store that they want. Let's go over a couple things before we get started. First thing is you need to do this, obviously, a little bit of time before that truck delivery is going to be made, probably a couple days or so you have time to bring that merchandise back to the warehouse and to get it to the truck on a proper day. The second thing is that it needs to be done, again, several days beforehand to get this done. And then the last thing that we're going to cover here before we show you how to do it is before you can create a truck delivery transfer, the delivery must be scheduled. So it's got to be in a scheduled status. So we are going to go here to the truck delivery desktop. And this one has already been scheduled, so I'm bringing it up. There's only one delivery happening this day on this particular truck, and here it is. And so you can see that it's already scheduled, otherwise it wouldn't show up on this screen. So before we go any further, I want to show you the SKU that we're delivering. And here it is. And we're going to see where these are at right now. So in this one, we do have 3 of them at the warehouse. One is sold. That's the sale that we're going to be delivering. So if they wanted to, they could pull this from just the warehouse. As a matter of fact, Infinity is going to default to picking it from the warehouse, and you'll see that in a little bit. But just for fun, or let's say that the customer insisted that one at that store was a nicer shade of black or blue that he wanted, and he wants that particular one. So we're going to grab it from the Euclid store or the EU store here. And the EU store shows that we have 3 in the stock room and 1 on the floor sample. Okay, now if there were none available at the warehouse, if this showed 0 and we had stock at this store like it shows here, the system would automatically try to pick from that stock room. It's going to try to pick from the warehouse first, and then it will try to pick from the store that has stock. And again, you guys set those up. The dealer sets up the priorities of which bins to pick from first. So if everybody had stock at the other stores, there would be a priority order as to where to pick. Okay, so let's go now back here to the truck delivery desktop, and I'm going to show you what we need to do to change this to a pickup from the store or a truck delivery transfer. Okay, sorry, I went quick there. Let me go back and do that again. Show you what I'm doing. Too quick. All right, right here, this SCH, the scheduled button. I'm clicking it. This is the invoice that we're delivering. And so here's the information on this delivery, and it's a SKU, the model number, and we're delivering 1. Or we sold 1, we're delivering 1. And if I go out here, you can see that the system is pointing them to pick it from the warehouse, from this bin in the warehouse. However, like I said, we're going to be bringing it from the store. So let's bring this back here. Where is that button? There it is. I'm going to click this bin button here. And again, it's showing me where the inventory is. And you can see that as of now, it is picking one from this bin if we do nothing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zero out this one, and we're going to pick it from this store here. And I'm going to put the one there. So if I click OK, save, it's going to save that. And now we're back to this delivery here. And now you can see that the system is assigning that this be picked from the EU store, and it is from this bin, which is a bin inside the EU store. Okay. So I am now going to get out of here that we've made that change. And I'm going to go to the delivery recap button, which is right here. And this screen is made so you can go to a lot of different places. There's actually an entire screen, it's screen I-086 that you can get to elsewhere. So maybe if you're not a warehouse employee and you're checking it from a branch store, you could go there, you get the same screen that's going to pop up right now. And what this is going to show me, I'm going to put in the delivery date, which was 4/21. And this is going to give me a recap on what needs to come from stores. So you can see, because we only have one this day, this EU, we're going to, from this store, we need one piece that day. And here it is down here in the detail. And it's telling you what bin we're going to be getting it from, right? So if there were a lot of deliveries that day and we needed to bring merchandise from other stores, we can always click up here and you can go check the different stores. So let's say we were checking this store, click run. You can see there nothing's coming up. If there were, you'd see something. The same thing from this other store, click run. Nothing shows because there's nothing, no truck delivery transfers coming back from that store that day. You can also click none, and you're going to get everything, all the transfers. So you would see, if they were coming from other stores, you would see how many pieces from this store, how many pieces from the other stores down here. Okay, so this is a nice little summary page to show what needs to be done. Now, one thing that we probably need to mention is different companies do this differently as to who manages this process. A lot of companies will do everything from the warehouse. So the warehouse will be doing all of this work. They'll make all of these entries. Some companies will allow their branch stores to do this or part of it. So that's just something that needs to be managed on your end. But I just wanted to mention that there's no cut and dry way to do this as to who does it. Okay, so I'm going to now get out of here. This was just a summary page. And the next step is that we need to create an actual delivery transfer, right? And that's this button right here. So if I click that, warehouse, we're going to want to create that transfer to come back to the warehouse. So I'm saying the delivery date is the 21st, and it's going from you to the warehouse. And when I click this, we are creating a transfer. Okay, so the transfer has been created. I can now go to the, let's see, which screen do I want to go to here? I'm going to go to the store-to-store transfer screen. And I'm going to run. And you can see here is the transfer that I just created. It is in pick sheet status. And so again, it depends on how your company runs. You may have the branch stores going in here and checking to see what the warehouse is going to pick up, or the warehouse may, manage this and call the stores and let them know what they need. That's all based on how everyone does their business. Okay, let's see what happens next. So it's in pick sheet status. I'm going to double click on that, and you can see here's the transfer. You can use this to do the picking at the stores. And all right, and so now once the merchandise is ready and picked at the stores, to actually create the transfer and put it in an in transit status, we're going to click right here where it says print transfer bill. If I do that, it'll take a second, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And there's the transfer bill. There's 3 copies of this, as there are with all transfers. It's usually one for the warehouse, one for the store, and one for the driver. We'll be transferring it. But again, this can be used as a pick sheet too. Depends on how your company wants to do that. And you can see right here that this is up here. It's a transfer from the EU store to the warehouse. And again, how we do send transfers from the warehouse to a store to the warehouse. There are other videos out there to show, but this is how we do a truck delivery transfer.